The unforgiving realities of pursuing financial success. In the relentless pursuit of financial success, one must brace himself for harsh realities that may go unnoticed by those who do not share the same aspirations. While everyone's reasons for chasing financial success vary, be it to pay off debts, indulge in luxuries, or attain freedom, the path to such success is fraught with unforgiving truths. The very first harsh truth I confronted was that not everyone would comprehend the relentless efforts invested in chasing financial success. Friends and family often failed to see eye to eye with my vision. Some deemed me overly ambitious, while others questioned my wisdom. What they failed to grasp was the essence of change. Realizing that repeating the same actions yields the same results, I opted for a different path. My desire for financial freedom drove me to alter my lifestyle significantly. Additionally, it dawned on me that not everyone would grasp my efforts due to divergent goals. While others reveled in nightlife, I toiled diligently. The allure of the latest designer fashions or gadgets held no sway over me. As I prioritized prudent spending and investment, some accused me of self-deprivation, but I remained resolute, refusing to let their judgments deter me. If you embark on the journey to financial success, you must fortify yourself against the opinions of others. Recognize that divergent goals necessitate disparate actions. Embrace the fact that walking a different path will inevitably lead to distinct outcomes. Remember, it is not your responsibility to compel everyone to understand your journey. It's all about perception. In the world of finances, we often forget a fundamental truth. Money's value lies in its circulation, and its worth is intricately tied to our perception of it. To truly harness the potential of money, we must understand its real nature. Money is a medium of exchange. Money serves as a versatile intermediary, facilitating the exchange of goods and services. Its magic lies in our collective acceptance of its value. Consider how we use money to assign worth to vastly different things like cattle or boats. Picture yourself eyeing a pair of boots at a store, checking the price tag, and deciding they're not worth the cost. In that moment, those boots lack sufficient value to justify the price. I recall a time when I hesitated to purchase 4 weight heifers because I believed my money wasn't worth what they were selling for. Money should only be spent on items that hold more value for us. For why else would we part with it? Money's value is relative. Money's power is rooted in relativity. Not all things are equal, and this relativity is the foundation of commerce. Fat cattle do not hold the same value as feeder steers, and even among feeder steers, the differences persist when we categorize them by weight and type. The same principle applies to breeding stock. Let's put the theory of money being undervalued to the test. Consider that many other commodities have seen steeper price increases than cattle. If we engage in cattle marketing to earn money, and cattle haven't appreciated as much as these other commodities, it might seem that our money is undervalued. So why do we willingly spend $5 on diesel to reach the grocery store and purchase food, especially when both food and diesel have risen in price more than cattle? The answer lies in utility. We spend that undervalued money on food because it serves us better than the alternative. We invest the $5 in diesel for the convenience it offers in our lives. Money's an effect, not a cause. Here's a valuable insight about money. It's the effect, not the cause. If you aspire to amass wealth, you must first work on yourself. If the belief persists that money is undervalued, it paves the way for careless financial decisions and potential losses, all justified in our minds. This belief makes it challenging to retain both money and cattle in our inventory over time. In essence, understanding the true nature of money unveils its potential. It is not a stagnant entity, but a dynamic force influenced by our perceptions and choices. By recognizing the value of money's circulation, the relativity in its worth, and the power it holds when used wisely, we can embark on a journey to financial empowerment and prosperity. Money is not merely a tool. It's a reflection of our understanding and approach to life itself. Money is far from being the sole essence of life, but it undeniably holds a significant place within it. Beyond addressing our basic necessities, money serves as a catalyst for the realization of our life's ambitions and the support of what matters most to us: family, education, healthcare, philanthropy, adventures, and enjoyment. It grants us access to life in tangible treasures, such as freedom, independence, the pursuit of our skills, and the power to chart our own path. Moreover, it bestows upon us a sense of financial security, enabling us to navigate the unpredictable waters of existence. Yet, even as money offers these invaluable benefits, it carries its own set of limitations. While it affords us the luxury of time to savor life's simpler pleasures, it cannot imbue us with the innate spirit of wonder and innocence required to truly appreciate. Money may grant us the opportunity to nurture our talents, but it cannot instill in us the fortitude and discipline to cultivate them. Money can provide us with the means to impact the lives of others, but it cannot kindle within us a genuine desire to do so. It may offer us the gift of time to cultivate and cherish our relationships, but it cannot supply the love and empathy essential to their sustenance. Strangely, money has the power to render us jaded, escapist, selfish, and isolated just as readily as it can empower us. The pivotal questions to consider are: how much do we truly require? And what is the cost of obtaining it? These queries lay bare the genuine nature of money's relationship with our happiness. If we possess less than what we need, or if the acquisition comes at an exorbitant cost, contentment remains elusive. Money is indispensable for meeting fundamental needs, such as sustenance, shelter, clothing, work, leisure, relationships, health, mobility, and creature comforts. It is vital to remember that our chosen lifestyle carries its own price tag. The media often highlights the psychological and spiritual impoverishment of the rich and famous, a stark reminder that excessive wealth does not guarantee fulfillment. Catherine Sanderson, a psychology professor at Amherst College, aptly remarks, "We always think if we just had a little bit more money, we'd be happier. But when we get there, we're not." Dan Gilbert, a psychology professor at Harvard University and author of Stumbling on Happiness, concurs, asserting that beyond fulfilling basic human needs, accumulating wealth does not significantly boost happiness. Indeed, the initial thrill of acquiring extravagant possessions fades as we adapt to them, a phenomenon economists term the hedonic treadmill. The crux of the issue lies not with money itself, but with our propensity to prioritize material goods over enriching experiences. Money, when wielded judiciously, can certainly enhance our happiness. Consider subscribing to our channel and hit like button. Thank you. However, it is paramount to recognize its limitations. Research underscores the wisdom of investing in experiences over material possessions as a source of lasting happiness. The cost of money should not be measured merely in currency, but in terms of its impact on our souls, relationships, dignity, well-being, intellect, and our capacity to relish life's simplest joys. Those who identify their core values and align their financial choices accordingly tend to experience the most profound sense of financial and personal fulfillment.